Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and by golly have we got an issue to do. It is the infamous issue 80 of Build the Classic Routemaster, and if you already know this or didn't know this, this is the front destination bind, which is supposed to be one of the difficult issues for this Routemaster collection. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also dreading it at the same time. But I think if we take things slowly, we'll get through there at the end. So yeah, let's hopefully get this one right and get it built. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so let's get started on this issue. So the first thing we need to do is bring this black piece here, which is nice metal, I have to admit, and it wants us to put a cog on just on this bit of hole here. Now there are two different types of cog we have. We have some ones with like a round hole in the middle, and then we've got some with some square holes in the middle. So this one wants a one with a round in the middle, and we need to then secure that in with an LM screw. So let me get an LM screw ready, and let's secure this in. So I was fine, just get it started a bit, and then you can use your screwdriver to screw it in so it's nice and secure on there. And we still have some movement after that's been screwed in. Okay, so the next part it wants us to do, it wants us to get one of these metal rods here, and it wants us to slot that through to the other side. So we've done that. Okay, so the next bit it wants us to do, in fact I'm going to take that metal rod out, and the reason for that is that's going to be very difficult to work with until a cog goes on that. So I'm going to put that in after, but the next thing we need to do is we need to put another cog on this point here. So let's get another cog. Now I have got my tweezers out just in case. I'm hoping I don't need them, and these pliers will do the job. Okay, so that's in place, and again we secure that in with an LM screw. So secure that in. Now I've just touched that other cog, and now I know I've done my research on this and watched other YouTubers do this, but I need to wipe my hands because I don't want to be getting grease anywhere near the destination blind. I've heard if you do, it rubs it off and it's not a good thing. So I have got some kitchen roll by the side of me just to so I can wipe my hands easily. Okay, so now I'm going to put this piece up here. I don't know why it was asking for it to be done so early, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's now up there because we do need to put a cog onto this piece, I think. Yes, and it's one with a square end. So what I'm going to do is get the one with the square end. I need to flip it upside down. And this is where it's going to become a little bit tricky, because I've got to line this square bit up so it goes down properly. So I'm hoping I don't have to use my fingers. So here it is. Right, I think I am going to have to use my fingers on this one, just so it goes down. But I will wipe my hands after. Right, that's now in place. Now it's quite surprising on that one. We do need to lock it in place, and we're locking this in place with an MM screw. So let me get an MM screw ready. I'm just very cautious that I need to keep my hands as clean as possible. And the problem with this is it's holding that bar in place while you screw this in, because all it wants to do is move. So if I try and hold it as much as I can, and I can secure that cog down, and and we still have movement, as you can see. So it's going okay so far. Okay, so the next one, it wants us to put a round cog on. So we'll get a round one. But it wants that one upside down again, like we did with the other. So I'm just going to flip it upside down. It is actually on a piece of kitchen towel I've just got by the side of me. So that's why you're not seeing what's going on. So we flip that one upside down. Get that into place. And then that one's securing with an LM screw. So we'll get an LM screw ready. Just like that. There we go, got it on a bit. And let's screw this down into place. Got quite a bit of a journey to go, that LM screw. Okay, I'm just going to check movement. Movement is great again. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure now I clean all my hands, all the surfaces and everything like that, because we're about to work with the destination blind. And like I've been told and I've been said, you know, it's a bit terrible. So what I am going to do is I've actually got a multi-surface wipe, and that's just going to clear off any of the grease. I can use it on my hands too. Okay, and then I can dry the surface with some more kitchen roll. Now all that grease is gone, and I just clean my hands just like that. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to actually bring over the destination blind, and it wants us to start from the bottom. It's quite a long thing, this, I must admit. So, and what we need to do is we need to peel this tape off and stick it on to the blind. So, and I think it's just, we're sticking this on top, we're not sticking it underneath or anything. So, let me turn it around this way and have it this direction to me, and then I can see exactly what's going on, because I don't want to be a cropper of this not going on straight. And the problem is, when I was a kid, I was terrible at sticker albums and things like that. But I am going to absolutely concentrate. It can be a little bit further away from the side. Right, I'm not too happy with that. I think it might be on straight. Okay. Whew. Okay. So the next thing it wants us to do is it wants us to wind this up using this little cog screw here, and it says to turn it clockwise so we can roll it up. I suppose this is when I'll find out whether this is on straight or not. You see, the trouble is with the bus is I probably don't plan on changing the destination blind on the bus when it's finished, really. I don't know where it's getting bits of grease from. Just seems to be picking them up. There's no grease on this desk. Okay. So I'm just rolling it up nice and slowly, trying to keep it straight as I can. There we go. No reason to rush this this stage, because it's important that you do it properly, because you want it to be right at the end of the day. You don't want a half effort. So still got quite a bit of destination blind to go, I have to admit. So let's just keep rolling, sort of find the rhythm. Nice and steady. Just slipped a bit away from me then. Might be easy just to roll this thing. Yes, it is. It's easy just to do it this way, to tell you the truth. Okay, nearly done. Okay, and that is the destination blind rolled up. Okay, so we'll just move that to one side. Now the next thing we need to do, I just need to turn a page over. I've got this sort of magazine stand. It's very good, but just sometimes we need to change the page over. Just going to torque that up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, it captures on the side. Okay, so the next thing it wants us to do, we need to get it, run it round the back, just like that. Might just tighten that up a little bit. I just think there's a lot of excess there. Hang on, if I do it this way. There we go. Okay. But what I am going to do is I'm actually going to put something to weigh that part down. So let's have a look what I've got. I've got this Tamiya glue. There we go. Because now we need to put another rod in the other hole at the bottom. If I turn this around, you'll be able to see it a lot better, guys. There we go. Because I need to put that as a weight. So we pop this rod through, just like we did on the other side. And then I can probably already guess, but we need to put another cog onto that. But it's actually saying not to screw it in, not to put the cog on. Now I wonder why that is. I would have thought putting the cog on first would have made more sense. But we'll do what it does, says in the magazine, because, you know, this is a tutorial, I suppose. See, that's what I'm concerned about. That is going to happen. So I don't know why they're asking us to place this on the cog, place this on this metal bit, sorry, without that being secured in place. So that is a complete mystery why that is. Okay, so let's get this strip in place. It's amazing the amount of, you just think you've been so careful with grease, but then it just turns up. So let's get the peel bit off the back of here. Let's peel it off and we'll stick it down. I have to admit, I did, like I said, I did do a lot of research. You see that again, it's just happened. It's coming off and it shouldn't be doing. So right, let's get that back in there. So I would honestly think that to do this you would have put a cog on that part first, but I'm just going to try and roll this up because I've got to try and keep this as accurate and as I can. Nope, that cog's come out again. Sorry, that rod. And that's now stuck down into place. Okay, so we're really getting on with things now. So the last thing we need to do is to put a cog on the end of here, and again it's another square one, and again it needs to go in upside down, so I'm just trying to flip it and then try and pick it up with my pliers, which I have. Pop it into place, and I'm going to have to use fingers to align that one to go in, but it's gone in. Oh, and that needs to be secured in with an screw. So I'm going to be careful not to hit any of that destination line, because I've obviously hit that cog. So let's get it screwed in. I'm going to try and hold it in position, because all the metal bar just wants to move. Okay, and then that's done. I'm just going to double check this top one, because it looks a little bit. I just want to make sure that all the screws are in, because I really don't want to be visiting this issue again in the future, even though I believe it wasn't too bad. So here we have the destination blind, looking rather nice. So let's, oh no, hang on. A little bit of thing just to get that off. There we go. Oh, that could have been worse, but it does say that it needs to be slightly slack, but I'm just going to test it just by moving this screw a little bit tight, I have to admit, but let's just see if we can perhaps wind this up. So, okay, tell you what, I'll fiddle that way after. Because we need to finish the issue. So the last thing we need to actually do is attach it onto the front of the bus. So let me get the front of the bus like this here, and we need to attach this on to here like that, and that wants to be screwed in with some JP screws. 4 of them. That's the first one in. I haven't done that one fully tighten up yet, because as I was screwing it in I noticed it was lifting the other screws, so that's why I put another screw down in its place. But yeah, this wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it has been, but I found it, if you take it slow, it's not that bad. Okay, and that is it. That is issue 80 all done, and I'm pleased I've got that out of the way. But yeah, issue 80 is complete. Well, I have got a huge smile on my face, because I am so glad that I managed to get that achieved. I knew it, people were telling me it was an infamous part of the build the Routemaster, and a lot of people feared it as well. So, but I'm so pleased it went well. I think the hardest part on that is not getting grease everywhere from the cogs that already came pre-greased. I would have thought it would have been better to not send them pre-greased, but a little bit of grease in a sachet so we could do it. But it is what it is, and I managed to do it, and I'm really tough with that. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.